And then obviously below here, we've got your battery charger. We'll just leave that one on constantly, because then you know that as soon as you're plugged into the 240, that 12 volt battery is being recharged constantly as you're going. And then obviously the 240 breakers here, they are labelled here so you know which is which. Okay, does that make sense? So now, in the back here, don't know if you can quite see that. We have labelled them up for you so we know which is which. Top one's for your water heater, bottom one's the electric for the fire. So if I just talk about the water heater, you know I said the importance of not having it on. This is where you switch the electric on. So I get into a habit when you leave a site and you're finishing, that you just switch that top one off.
Right.
Okay, so all that does is that switch off the electric for it. So as long as that's off, then you know not to switch that back on until you've got water pulled up through your tap.
Right, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, obviously once you've got your water pump and everything on, switched on in there, obviously you can't hear the pump running now because it'll only run when you're asking for water or if you've run out of water externally. So if your barrel's empty outside, that pump will run constantly until you put some water to it. So, for priming your water system, is always start on the cold tap first. Oh, it says as you've switched your pump off. Oh no, it is on. There we go. Because I took the pipe off before outside, so it's got a bit of air in it. So all you do is run your cold tap till you've got constant running water on the cold side. To then fill that hot water tank and prime up all the hot side is just as easy as turn it round to the hot side and just open it back up.
Okay.
Once you've got constant running water there, you know that water boiler is full of water, and you know that the water's round the system. Okay. That makes sense, and then obviously you can pull it through your shower and also through your bathroom.
So does the water for the boiler come out of the Aquaroll?
Yes, yeah. So what it does, if you imagine when it comes up, it splits in two. So your hot pipe goes round and fills the boiler up, and then obviously out the boiler comes round to all your taps. The cold tap just comes directly up and straight to your taps as such. So obviously the cold side, all you're doing is making sure that you're pulling water out the Aquaroll into the van. Once you've got constant running water on that side, just turn it round to the hot, and then obviously prime your hot up.
So the other thing is make sure you don't run out of water outside as well.
Yeah. What you'll find when you've drained it all, it'll probably take about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes by the time it's pulled through, because you imagine it's got to push all the air out the system before it gets water to the tap. So just bear with it on the hot side. What I find is a good tip is sort of open and close it off, leave it a second, then open it up again. Just helps push some more of the air out through it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So obviously once you've got running water, then you can then look at turning on your water boiler.
Right, yeah.
So electric in the cupboard here, gas for it's down here. So down the bottom here, it says Ultra Store. The way I think about it is storage tank. So store is a tank, so that's your hot water tank. So Ultra Store tank. So to turn your gas on and off, it's just a little grey collar around the outside. Obviously to the 0 is off, to the flame switches it on. And you'll hear it will click and ignite itself. If it hasn't lit, it comes up with a little red LED in here. Now, two causes for that. One could be that you haven't got your gas bottle switched on outside, and two is that you've left that cover on externally. Remember the one I said about popping off?
Yeah.
So the main difference between the electric, which just switches on in here, and the gas here, is the gas is thermostatically controlled. So you can turn that water down as low as 30 degrees, and obviously turn it up as high as 70 degrees as well. When it's on in the cupboard, it just heats it up to 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's up to you. If you're finding that the water's a bit too hot for you, you can control it off the gas, but when you've got it on the electric, it's just set at the one temperature.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. When it comes to showers and things, I would recommend you always have it the hottest that you can have it, because it's a mixer tap in the shower, same as all the other taps. So the more hot water you've got, or the hotter the water is, the less hot you need to use, if you get what I mean. So you can have a longer shower, because it's only a 10 litre hot water tank in there. Once you've used them 10 litres of hot water, the water will just go cold until it has a chance to heat it back up again. Okay? Now, obviously gas and electric, if you've got the two on at the same time, all that does is speed up the process of it heating up.
Right.
So at the minute it's just running on gas, so it's just got the gas burners, but if you have the electric on at the same time, it's got them gas burners and the electric element all going at the same time. Okay. So if you do want showers, it is a good idea to fire the two up at the same time, and then it'll just speed up the process of you reheating your tank. And then off is just simply just turn it to the little, you'll hear it click and it's gone off. What I've done is I'll leave that one off now on the top, and that's off. So your water heater's off now. So when you get, next time you go out, you know that you need to pull the water through before you switch any of that on.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
Makes sense. I know it is a lot of
Yeah.
information. So, next one, your heating. So, for your fire will run on gas and also electric down here. So, for the gas, it's as easy as turn this round, hold it down, and then hit an old sparker. Hit that a few times. When you're sat at my angle, it's really easy just to look in and see the pilot light down in the bottom corner over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So you'll see it, plus you can hear it. Did you hear it light up then? You can hear it when it's lit up as well. And then all it is 1 to 10 there is the temperature of the fire. On this side is the fan which circulates it around the van. So at the minute all this is doing is heating up and the heat will just come out the fire.
Right.
But to circulate around the van, all you do is turn it to A and this will activate this fan now. So what the fan
Right.
does, you see like the little
Yeah.
hole down there, the white cover?
Yeah.
So it blows the hot air around the van for you.
Okay.
But this works off the temperature. So until this fire's up to 10, this fan won't really kick in. But obviously once the fire's up to temperature, the fan will kick in
Right.
to
Yeah.
circulate the hot air around. Okay, so to turn the gas off is just all the way back round past 0,
0.
and then the gas is switched off. Okay, so
Right.
for the electric, it's switch it on in the cupboard there. So space heater, this is your space heater. Now for the electric, is all on here. So the outside edge is a collar that turns again, and it goes 1 down to 500, down again to 1000, and then all the way up to 2000 at the top. Now all that is, if you think of old Granny May's electric bar fire, 500's 1 bar,
Right.
1000 is 2, and all 3 is
Yeah.
obviously 2000.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
all that is, that's the amount of power that you send into this fire.
Okay.
So the higher you've got it there, the faster this fire will heat up. And then again, it's as easy as it's thermostatically controlled around the outside. So you've got 1 to 9 on the outside of that. And that will do the exact same functions as switching the gas on. And then obviously same again, A will circulate the hot air around the van when you're on the electrics. So obviously just to switch it off, you're back down to the 0. Okay, does that make
Right.
sense? I know it is a
Yeah,
lot of
it is-
information to
it's
take in.
going
So
in.
A is hot. Now the little hand symbol on the other side, it's good for summertime. If you turn it to that, what that will do, that manually runs the fan. So all that's doing now is drawing in air externally and just putting
Just
some
the
fresh
fan.
air through the
Just the
fan for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just blows it around, and obviously the fan
Well,
speed's
that's good,
here.
isn't it?
Yeah, you feel that coolness then.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, does work well, does
Yeah.
work well. And especially as I say, it blows through all the vents. Any of
Yeah.
the plastic vents like that, that's
Yeah.
where it's blowing the air around.
That's
the
good for
van
red,
you.
isn't it? If it gets hot.
Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we've done your electrics, we've done your water boiler, and we've done your fire. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll
Yeah.
move on to your fridge next. Swap sides, I like this. So, your fridge will run on gas, electric, which is the little plug,
Right.
and then the battery here is the vehicle battery. So to change it over, it's just as easy as turn the switch. So that's now running on electric, and then obviously if we were plugged into the car, that will power it up on the vehicle battery as well.
Got you.
But obviously we're not plugged into the car, so
No.
it won't work now. So on electric and gas, is your fridge working at its full potential. On the vehicle battery, it only holds the temperature.
Yeah.
So you need to get the fridge cold first if you want to travel with items in on either gas or electric, then
just-
change it over to the vehicle battery and it will
then
hold its
just keep
temperature
it
when you're
there,
driving
yeah.
down the road. So for the gas, to light the gas, this is your temperature for your fridge. All you need to do on this one is just hold it in, and that will automatically prime and ignite the gas. You know your gas is lit. You've seen this little red lever shoot up into the green here?
Yeah.
That means your gas is lit. When you let your finger off, if you're finding that little reddy line drops back down into the white, it hasn't lit, all you need to do is just hold your finger down on there and that will automatically prime and ignite the gas for you.
It's got to be in the green. Yeah.
Yeah, once it's up in the green, you know
Yeah.
the gas is
Green to
working.
go, yeah.
If I switch your fridge off, he says, come on. Can you see it dropping
can
back
see it,
down there?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
see it
it'll
going
drop
down
back.
slowly,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll drop back down into the white so you
Yeah.
know your fridge is off.
Okay.
Okay. And then all it is this is the temperature when you're on electric, and this is the temperature here when you're on gas.
Right.
So obviously all the way into the solid dots is the coldest it will go, round to the little faded dots is the sort of
Yeah.
highest temperature, or I don't know
Yeah.
how to describe it, you know what I mean? Warmest, coldest.
Coldest, That's
it, yeah.
So if you like your beer cold, always have it down onto the solid dots.
Yeah.
But obviously the fridge opens just off the little catch in there, and then there's your fridge And also your freezer compartment in the top. Just going to open it. There you go.
Yeah.
They're all slightly different. Okay.
Right, yeah, right.
So, we'll do your cooker next. Now, obviously, you've got the lovely electric ring on this side, so that's just 1 to 6.
Right.
Obviously, your electric ring will definitely only work when you're plugged into the 240.
Yeah.
It won't run off a 12-volt battery. It'll be flat in about 30 seconds flat. Now, for your gas, this is the first one I've ever come across. You will need some matches or a lighter or whatever because it hasn't got a sparker on it.
Right.
Some do, some don't. So, and that's all it is, quarter turn, and then ignite your gas.
Yeah.
So, matches are better because you don't burn your fingers. So, there's all your gas burners. But as you see, we have put a catch up here to keep the lid up, because if that lid closes slightly,
They go off, yeah.
It shuts your
Like the
gas
one
off.
At home, yeah.
so you need to make sure that's pushed back and then locked into place
Yeah.
there.
Got you.
Yeah.
You know.
Same as the one we got
Same
at
as the
home.
one at
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, perfect, perfect. And then obviously your grill underneath. I will light it just so you can hear it
You
lighting.
got any bread?
Do you want some toast?
Made some toast.
That'll be a first. So that's your grill on. So, grill, and then obviously your lovely oven below. And again, just hold down
Yeah.
and ignite. As simple as that.
Yeah.
And that's your oven.
Right. Simple.
And then below, you've got some little storage in there for your
Oh,
pots and
for your-
pans and things.
for a frying
Anything heavy. So anything heavy, always put in the lower down cupboard.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want anything up high in
No.
case it drops out when you're
No.
travelling.
Yeah.
Okay. So while I'm on my knees, I might as well stay here. So we've got a lovely little cutlery drawer there for you, and then lovely little storage cupboard below you again. There is some gas valves on the side here. They are labelled up on the side of the wall here to let you know which is which. But our main advice, if you do ever smell gas, I would just switch your bottles off at
Yeah.
the front. They're more there for if the technician ever wants to remove your fridge or your freezer or anything along them lines.
Yeah.
Okay. So, lights are all just individually switched on, so I missed to switch that one on. But all the rest of them, they're all individually switched on. So, same with the two little ones in the front corner are on the pull cords.
Yeah.
And obviously the one above your head's just got the little black switch
Yeah.
on it. Various storage above your head. So, cups and plates, obviously in this one above there, that's what the fittings are in there for. More storage again, I only want to show you.
Yeah.
This one here is where your signal booster is for your TV signal. It is just literally off and on, and then this is just maximises the output. And then the TV aerial sockets here, just on the outside.
Got
Okay.
you.
Yeah, so you obviously got your plug socket to plug it in, and then your socket there, so you can power your or try and pick up a signal. Obviously, depending on where you are, you may struggle to pick up a signal. They're not guaranteed that you're going to pick up a signal. If you're in deepest, darkest Wales, you may struggle. Obviously, so various more storage here.
Yeah.
Now, the main advice is, I know you've got loads of space. Doesn't mean you have to fill all the cupboards up. So carry what you need is the best advice. So, little cupboard here. So you've got your table that lives in there. Does clip in at the top there, so just make sure it is clipped in so it can't go anywhere when you're travelling. Push it over, and then we'll migrate into the bathroom. So, in your bathroom. So, this is what I was on about, that dual access cupboard. So, you've got access at the bottom there, but then obviously you've got your wardrobe at the top here as well. So you've got dual access inside there. And then